Welcome to 6th grade language. This is lesson 168 and 169. So tomorrow is the test and then you'll be done with language. So you get 2 days free of language that others do not. So, but that's how we've worked it out so that you guys can have extra time to study. Use the extra time, okay? Use the extra time to study for history, health, your Bible verses or something else. So just be diligent with that time. Don't just say, oh, I got free time, because there's still other things that you need to get done. But I promise you that after all of this work is done, then you will have time to relax and to do some fun things. So all right, let's take a look at what we're looking at today. So 266, parts of speech in the blanks below the paragraph. Write the abbreviation of the parts of speech of each numbered word. Be careful to determine the use of the word before you attempt to identify its part of speech, okay? So what I'm gonna tell you guys will help you the most. If you take each sentence by itself and identify your subject, verb, and then complements, and see, okay, what is this doing? Mark off your prepositional phrases with parentheses, okay? So, and this, you're doing a part of speech. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that. We're not doing the job, okay? So the part of speech, noun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection, pronoun. I missed the pronoun at the beginning, okay? Those are the parts of speech, and you can write the abbreviation for those: NV, ADV, ADJ, PRO, CONJ, INTERJ, PREP. So all of those are your options for this, okay? Take it sentence by sentence, okay? I will do the first sentence with you guys, okay? In 1927, a man named Gutzon Borglum looked up at a bare rocky mountain in South Dakota, okay? So first of all, let's mark off prepositional phrases. We can't find any main parts of speech in the prepositional. We can't find our subjects in the prepositional phrase or verbs, okay? So in 1927 is a prepositional phrase, ends a preposition. So mark that off with parentheses. A man named Gutzon Borglum looked up at a bare rocky mountain in South Dakota. Okay, up could be a preposition, but let's look at the word after it. The word after it is at. Is that another preposition? Can we have two prepositions in a row, both acting as prepositions? No. It was on that last test, and so some of you missed that. Or quiz. I forget if it was a test or a quiz. Anyway, some of you missed that. So it was the test. I'm sorry. It was the diagramming on the test with inside. So up cannot be a preposition in this case. Okay. So at a bare rocky mountain, put lost the word, parentheses around at a bare rocky mountain, and then in South Dakota. Parentheses, okay. Now, you've got man, up, and bare, okay? Man, what is the sentence talking about? Now we've got, that's not in parentheses, we have a man named Gutzon Borglum looked up, okay? That's what we have that's not in parentheses. What are we talking about? What's our main thing? Man. So man would be what? Subject, which also makes it, is man a noun or a pronoun? It's a noun. So number one, you can write noun on the bottom. Okay? Named. A man named Gutzon Borglum looked up. Okay, so there's got to be a phrase in here that we don't quite see. That doesn't have one of their starting words that should have. So let's just, The verb is looked in this sentence. The verb is looked. Named goes in it's a phrase, and they don't have everything there to show you exactly what type of phrase it is. So I'm getting confused on that. So looked is your verb. Looked where? Looked up, right? Where? What type of question is that for? An adverb. So up is an adverb, all right? What about bear? What is bear doing? Bear. Okay, so let's see. Bear, rocky mountain. Which one? The Bear Mountain. Or what kind? The Bear Mountain. So, and this isn't like, this is bear as in nothing's on it, okay? So, this is an adjective, okay? So you can see how we asked our questions. So man is a noun, up is an adverb, and bear is an adjective, okay? So those are the first three. I'll let you figure out the rest of that on your own. The word search on page 267, refer to the sentences in the diagramming exercise on the next page to solve the clues. Write the answers in the space provided, then circle them in the word search puzzle. Answers may run horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. Each answer in the puzzle is used only once, okay? So the clues go from the bottom of this page 1 through 9, and then go to 21 on the next page, and you're answering it from the sentences of the diagramming sentences, okay? So the first one, let me help you find the first one. The prepositional phrase that modifies the subject in sentence 1. So you're going to go to sentence 1. The lady with the red hair was my teacher in 4th grade. So what prepositional phrase would describe the subject? What's our subject? Lady, okay? So we need a prepositional phrase. Normally, a prepositional phrase that describes a noun comes right after it. Look, with the red hair. That's your prepositional phrase. So you're going to write that on the answer in number 1. And then you can find with the red hair in your in the crossword puzzle. Let's see. Yep, you can find it in the crossword puzzle. All right. So some of these are going to be really long. Some of them are going to be shorter. So you're just going to go through and you're going to find each of these. Some of them are asking for what part of speech something is. But if you answer the question correctly from the sentences, then you'll find the correct words in your word search, okay? And then the last thing is to diagram the following sentence on notebook paper. And if you have identified these parts of speech from these clues, it will be super easy to know what things are and where they go, okay? So going through this, as you're answering questions, mark them. Say, okay, with the red hair, put parentheses around that, draw an arrow to lady. We know that that's an adjective phrase describing lady. Okay, you know that lady was the subject. So help yourself out by marking them as you're going. And by the end, you'll have most of these marked so that when you do your diagramming, you'll say, oh, that's my subject, that's my verb. Here's a complement. So just keep working on that. If you are struggling still with this a little bit, let me know, and we can get you the help that you need for that. I want you to make sure that you understand the diagramming before the test, the last test. So I will let you go, and then we will see you in the next lesson.